Hello everyone, welcome back. This one is the third series and the concluding video series regarding the ninth chapter of Geography from Integrated Social Science Ratna Saga for class 6. In last two videos, we have discussed about the factors that influence the climatic conditions of India, and we have also discussed about the cycle of seasons in brief, as well as we have discussed about the winter and the summer season in great detail. We have read that the variation in temperature, amount, and distribution of rainfall and the monsoon winds cause four distinct seasons in our country, and they occur in a fixed sequence to form an annual cycle of seasons. And we also read about the winter season, that is the cold weather season, and the hot weather season. That the winter season starts from the middle of November and continues till the middle of March, and the temperature during the winter season is generally low, and the days are generally warm while nights are cold. And January and February are the coldest months in many parts of India. And we also read that a major part of India remains dry during the winter season, and the cold weather season is generally pleasant with clear skies, low temperature, and cool winds. In hot weather season, we read that it starts from the middle of March and continues till the end of May. And in some part, it continues till the end of June. And during these months, in every part of India experiences hot and dry weather, and a very hot and dry, strong winds, locally called Lu, blow over large parts of northern plains. And not only this, towards the end of the summer season, many parts of India experience pre-monsoon showers, and these pre-monsoon showers are characterized by strong winds and heavy rainfall. In Kerala and Karnataka, these pre-monsoon showers are called mango showers, and in West Bengal, they are locally called Kalbesaki. Basically, these pre-monsoon showers help in early ripening of mangoes. In this particular video, we'll be reading about the next two seasons, that is the southwest monsoon season and the season of retreating monsoon, as well as distribution of rainfall. So let us start the video series here, and let us move to the next slide. So, in spite of the great diversity and variation in Indian climate and topography, the most important factor that lends unity to India is the fact of the monsoons. The word monsoon owes its origin to an Arabic word, mosim, or Malayalam word monsoon, meaning season. The term was used by seamen several centuries ago to describe the system of alternating winds over the Arabian Sea. These winds appear to blow from southwest for 6 months and from northwest for another 6 months. Let me uh, show you the image of uh, the winds also with the help of map. So these winds appear to blow from the southwest for 6 months and from the northeast for another 6 months. The winds, which reverse their directions completely between the summer and the winter, is known as monsoon winds. And due to these monsoon winds, India experiences tropical monsoon climate. And these monsoon winds are caused due to the differential heating of land and sea. And the main feature of monsoon winds is alternation of seasons, in which determines the climate of India. Let us move back to the first slide where we were where I have shown you about the southwest monsoon season, a table related to it. After the summer season, rainy season starts with the onset of southwest monsoon. After the summer season, rainy season starts with the onset of southwest monsoon, and the high temperature gives rise to low temperature, and by the end of May a large area of low pressure is formed over the northwestern part of the country. At the same time, the oceans become cool and a high pressure area develops over the oceans. And we know that winds always blow from high pressure to low pressure. Hence, the winds blow from oceans towards the land of India, and these winds blow from southeast direction. When they cross the equator, they get deflected. When they cross the equator, they get deflected and blow as southwest monsoon. These winds are moisture laden winds because they originate from Indian Ocean. These winds are moisture laden winds because they originate from Indian Ocean, and when they approach the southern part of Kerala, they give rain with violent thunderstorms indicating the onset of the monsoon and lightning. The southwest monsoon is normally divided into two branches because of the peninsular shape of the country. They are Arabian Sea branch and a Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, so the southwest monsoon is normally divided into two branches because of the peninsular shape of the country. They are Arabian Sea branch and the other is the Bay of Bengal branch. So the Arabians, let us discuss about the Arabian Sea branch. The more powerful Arabian Sea branch of monsoon wind and brings heavier rainfall blowing from the Arabian Sea. The first part of the wind first strikes against the western Ghats, and this moisture laden wind is forced to ascend the slopes, condenses, and gives heavy rainfall to the western coastal region. Mumbai gets a heavy rainfall of over 150 centimeters as it lies on the windward side of the western Ghats, while Pune gets less than 50 centimeter of rainfall as it lies on the leeward side of the western Ghats. As I said, that blowing from the Arabian Sea, the first part of the wind first strikes against the western Ghats, and this moisture laden wind is forced to ascend the slope and condenses and gives heavy rainfall to the western coastal region, and Mumbai gets a heavy rainfall of over 150 centimeters as it lies on the windward side, and Pune gets less than 50 centimeter as it lies on the leeward side of the western Ghats. Now what windward and leeward means? Windward side basically means the side of the mountain which receives heavy rainfall. Okay, the wind striking side of the mountain is called windward side of a mountain which receives heavy rainfall, while the leeward side on the other side of the mountain which is sheltered from the wind is called leeward side of the mountain, and it receives very less rainfall. So that was the first part of the wind where it strikes first. Coming on to the second part, the second part of this wind blow through the Vindhya Satpura ranges. Okay, here are the Vindhya and Satpura ranges. So the second part of this wind blow through the Vindhya Satpura ranges and strike against the Rajmahal hills and cause heavy rainfall in the Chota Nagpur plateau region. Coming on to the third part of this wind, the third part of this wind moves towards Rajasthan and Aravalli mountains and stands parallel to the direction of this wind, and hence it is not able to strike against the mountain and does not give any rain to Rajasthan. This is the reason why a part of western Rajasthan remains to be a desert, and this wind then reaches to Himachal Pradesh and combines with the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, this wind then reaches Himachal Pradesh and combines with the Bay of Bengal branch. It gets obstructed by the Shivalik hills. It gets obstructed by the Shivalik hills and gives a good rainfall to the foothills of this region. Turning on to the next branch, that is the Bay of Bengal branch. This branch of the monsoon blowing from the Bay of Bengal is moisture bearing wind. It strikes against the Khasi, Garo and Jayantia hills. This moisture laden wind takes a sudden rise over the funnel shaped hills and cause heavy rainfall in Monsoon, which receives the highest rainfall in India. A part of this branch gets deflected by the Himalayas and moves towards the west, giving rain to the Gangetic plains. As it moves further westwards, it loses its moisture content and gives scanty rainfall in Punjab and Haryana. Finally, this wind meets the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon wind at the foothills of the Himalayas and gives heavy rainfall along the Shivaliks. Tamil Nadu remains dry during this period because it lies in the rain shadow area of the Arabian Sea branch monsoon, and it lies parallel to the Bay of Bengal branch. Now, what is rain shadow region? Rain shadow region is an area receiving relatively less rainfall due to the obstruction of mountains. So let us move on to the next slide and see a map related to the southwest monsoon. This is a map related to the southwest monsoon, the advancing southwest monsoon. The lines inside the map denote the advancement of monsoon in our country from the first day of June to 15th day of July. Okay, this lines shown inside the map denote the advancement of monsoon in our country from the first day of June to 15th day of July. So what we have learned here about the southwest monsoon, let us recapitulate. The southwest monsoon, I have explained the two branches in detail, but in your book it is not given in detail. They have just mentioned the name of the two branches, so stick to the names only. Okay, that was only for explaining a bit about these two branch. And let us recapitulate that the southwest monsoon season is also known as rainy season, and the monsoon word derives from Arabic word mosim or Malayalam word monsoon, meaning season. Okay, and the southwest monsoon starts from June and continues till the end of September. And these monsoon, basically the Indian peninsula divides the southwest monsoon winds into two branches, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch, and both the branches meet in the northern part of India, as we have seen uh, in the previous slide. And the monsoon begins in June, and within 4 or 5 weeks, the whole country comes under its influence. And as monsoon winds come from the Indian Ocean, they bring a large amount of moisture with them, and a major part of the annual rainfall in India is due to the southwest monsoon winds. Okay, and the monsoon winds we already know, because we are living in India, and we know that how these monsoon winds are generally irregular and unpunctual. So these winds can cause floods in one part and droughts in another part at the same time. So this was all about the southwest monsoon season. Let us turn to the next season, that is the season of retreating monsoon. So, the season of retreating monsoon, also known as autumn season, it starts from the middle of September and continues up to the middle of November. The process of retreat is slow and gradual. The weather becomes oppressive due to excessive heat and high humidity, and it is the period of change from the hot, wet season to the cool, dry season. Let me show you with the help of a map once again. So, this one. So, the southwest monsoon begins to retreat from the northern India by the second week of September, and because of the apparent movement of the sun towards the Tropic of Capricorn, the landmass of India starts losing heat and there is a fall in the temperature, but the sea is still in warm condition. High pressure develops over the land and low pressure over the sea. Therefore, wind blows from high pressure to low pressure, and that is from land to sea. It is a cold, dry wind and gives no rainfall to landmass. But when it crosses the Bay of Bengal, it absorbs moisture and gives heavy rain to the Coromandel coast. So, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu get heavy rainfall, and there are frequent cyclones formed in the Bay of Bengal, and they cause damage to life and property along the Coromandel coast. So the cyclones originating in Bay of Bengal are often destructive and causing loss of life and property in the thickly populated delta regions, and the bulk of rainfall on the Coromandel coast in Tamil. Let us discuss about the rainfall during summer and winters. So this one is showing, this map is showing India rainfall during winter, and this map is showing India seasonal rainfall during summer season. Basically, both the maps are showing the direction of summer and winter monsoon winds. So, rainfall during summer, the annual rainfall varies from about 1187 centimeters to less than 25 centimeter at Monsoon, a station 16 kilometer west of Cherrapunji in the state of Meghalaya, receives 1187 centimeter rainfall, which is the highest in the world, and less than 25 centimeter of rainfall is found in the Thar desert in Rajasthan. Coming on to the winter rainfall. So winter rainfall, which sets in over the Bay of Bengal in October and meets with the damp winds of retreating summer monsoon. These current curves round over the Bay of Bengal and blows directly into Tamil Nadu. Okay, and Tamil Nadu coast, giving that region the wettest and the most disturbed weather of the whole year, mainly during October and November, and heavy rains accompanied by stormy winds sweep over the coastal regions, causing widespread damage to standing crops and disorganizing means of transport as well. Now we'll be discussing about the distribution of rainfall in our country. So the distribution of rainfall over the country, as we have noticed, or noted earlier is determined by two main factors. These are the direction of the rain bearing winds and the position of mountain ranges. Due to these factors, about 30% of the area 30% of the area receives from 15 to 80 centimeter rainfall, and almost 60% of the area receives rainfall from 80 to 180 centimeters, and about 10% of the area receives over 200 centimeter rainfall, that is the heaviest rainfall. And on the basis of the amount of rainfall, our country can be divided into four rainfall regions as follows. So the 60% what I uh, discussed over here was basically 40% receiving 80 to 120 centimeter, and 20% gets 120 to 180 centimeter. So the region of very heavy rainfall, then the region of moderate rainfall, and the region of scanty rainfall. Coming on to the region of heavy rainfall, very heavy rainfall. So areas with over 300 centimeter of rain are the southern slopes of eastern Himalayas, Assam, Bengal, and the west coast region comprising the Konkan and the Malabar coast. The areas with rainfall between 200 to 300 centimeter are the middle Ganga Valley, Western Ghats, eastern Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Orissa. Regions with moderate rainfall, basically areas with 100 to 200 centimeter rainfall of are the upper Ganga Valley, eastern Rajasthan and the Punjab, southern Deccan comprising the plateau regions of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. And regions of scanty rainfall, basically areas with less than 50 centimeter, are the northern part of Kashmir, western part of Rajasthan, southern Punjab, and the regions of the Deccan in the rain shadow of the Western Ghats. And the distribution of rainfall in India basically is controlled by the physical features and the direction of the rain bearing winds, and the average annual rainfall in our country is about 120 centimeter, and this is the highest in the world for a country as big as India. These are some examples of annual rainfall received in various parts of India. Coming on to so basically in this slide, it is depicting us about the in seasonal rainfall, basically between from June to September of India, and the second map here is showing us about the annual rainfall of India. Here everything is written in centimeters, and they have been shown with the help of shades to basically recognize the rainfall in centimeters. So you can see here in this map as it is showing the annual rainfall of India. So this region, basically this part of the region, okay, this is the region that receives rainfall above 300 centimeter, and here also in some regions here, okay, they receive rainfall above 300 centimeter, and these are the areas with over 300 centimeter of rain. Basically it comprises of the southern slopes of eastern Himalayas, okay, Assam, Bengal, and the west coast region, okay, comprising the Konkan and the Malabar, okay. So turning on to the other one, the other one is the areas with rainfall between 200 to 300 centimeter, and areas with rainfall between 200 to 300 centimeter are the here basically between the middle Ganga Valley, the Western Ghats, and eastern Maharashtra, as well as Madhya Pradesh and Orissa. Turning on to the next one, areas with 100 to 200 centimeter of rainfall are the upper valley of Ganga, eastern Rajasthan and Punjab, and southern Deccan comprising the plateau regions of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Okay, and the areas of scanty rainfall, basically areas with less than 50 centimeter, uh, are the northern part of Kashmir, western Rajasthan, southern Punjab, and the regions of the Deccan in the rain shadow of the western Ghats. So, this was all about the topics which we have discussed so far about the southwest monsoon, the season of retreating monsoon, and the way we discussed the distribution of rainfall as well. Okay, and coming on to the annual cycle of seasons in India, as we have read that it is dominated by the monsoon winds. So, all forms of life, plants, animals, and human beings respond to the seasonal rhythm created by the monsoons. And the arrival of monsoon at the right time brings welcome relief in both rural and urban area. With this, we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you understood the topic well. Do read the topic first and then watch the video. Till then, have a nice day. I'll be coming up with a new chapter of history from Integrated Social Science Ratna Sagar class 6, that is the culture and science in the ancient period. Till then, have a nice day. Do well.